Happy Friday, everybody. It's your morning minute on a football Friday. Nate Lundy, Shawn Drotar. First of all, hope you're enjoying the weather. That's why we've got the Penguin Pool shirt going on, because today the high is supposed to be like 83 or something like that. So don't put the shorts and the swimsuit and everything away quite yet. You might want to go lay out by the pool today as you get ready for Broncos and Chargers on Sunday. Plenty of time for him to lay out by the pool. C.J. Anderson, the surgical procedure yesterday afternoon. As of when we record the morning minute, there's still no exact word been passed from the doctors back through the team as to his expected recovery time and all those kinds of things, which means it is the Devontae Booker show on Sunday. It means some Andy Janovich, which you've talked about as well. How do you feel about those two rookies as your primary focus in the running game?
My concern is not about the running game part of it. My concern is about the pass blocking game part of it. That's the concern. Trevor Siemian has had less and less time to pass, it seems like, almost every single week when the Broncos play a decent defense. And the last time they played the Chargers, that was one of those days. So the concern is picking up the blitzes. Young guys, it's a concern always to be able to see that, diagnose it, and then go stop it. I'm less concerned about Janovich, a little concerned about Booker. But as far as the on-field performance, I'm not concerned about either guy so much as maybe the fatigue. The Broncos were having a lot of luck with splitting up Devontae Booker and C.J. Anderson's carries. Turned out that unfortunately Anderson got hurt, but even though he played a lot of that game with the injury, he had the best performance he's had all season. Now it's going to fall to Kapri Bibbs to take up some of that. I suspect it's not going to be Booker gets Anderson's carries and Bibb gets Booker's carries. I think that you're going to see Janovich get some carries as well as the up back. I think you're going to see a little more creativity there from Gary Kubiak. But that's the primary concern for me is not the running game. I don't think this is a team that actually is going to be able to generate a consistent, talented, phenomenal running game because the offensive line has its flaws. I think they'll be okay there. The question is, can they keep their quarterback on his feet?
Yeah, so that he can actually make some plays, and maybe you don't have to rely so much on that running game and going for 190 yards. Siemian can actually take care of it through the air. The other thing that came out of practice yesterday, number 94 participating some. Shawn, is it more of a playmaking return to the field? Is it an emotional return to the field for this team with Demarcus Ware? Where do you chalk up what his return could actually mean for this team?
Well, I think until we see him completely healthy, it's more emotional than it is playmaking, because you've seen in his absence Shane Ray start to really develop. I mean, he's not, ignore the stats. We've talked about this with blitzers before. Just because you didn't get a sack doesn't necessarily mean you're not doing your job, and Shane Ray's been doing his job very effectively, pressuring quarterbacks. But having Demarcus Ware keeps those other guys fresh. It lets young guys like Shane Ray and Shaq Barrett have another guy they can bounce ideas off of. It's not that he was gone from the locker room, but when you're out on the field, even for a few plays, you can see what they see. So I think at least until he returns to full health, I think that you're looking at an emotional boost, but there is something of a playmaking boost, because now at this point in his career, and because of the maturation of Ray and Barrett, what the Broncos want out of Demarcus Ware is basically, hey, just come in on third downs and do your thing. We don't need you all 3 downs.
I'm calling 24-17 final for the Broncos to win. Where are you going?
I'd love to see him score 24 points. I don't think that happens. I think maybe the Broncos get to 20 if everything goes well. So it's about maybe 20-17. I think it's going to be uncomfortably close. But I do think that the things that the Chargers were able to do against the Broncos the first time around, Wade Phillips will be able to close that gap. And I think that Trevor Siemian probably learned something from his experience. So I think the Broncos play a better game, be close, be interesting again. I do think they come out on top.
After 6 days off, the Avs are back in action tonight as well over at the Pepsi Center. And congratulations early for tomorrow for Dikembe Mutombo to have his jersey, his number put into the rafters at the Pepsi Center. So a fun weekend. Both CU and CSU are on their byes. So go School of Mines.
Chadron State, go get them.
Yes. Let's go get a cooler of beer and sit by the pool. It's a football Friday. Enjoy the weekend, everybody. Spend it with your friends and family. Enjoy, and be back with us on Monday morning, 7 a.m. as we recap that Chargers-Broncos game with you on Mile High Sports Radio. For Shawn, I'm Nate. Have a great weekend.